A lot of manufacturers make high performance versions of SUVs, but no one has truly managed to make a big 4x4 feel like a sports car to drive. But maybe things could change with this, the new Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. And in this review, I'm going to find out. The Stelvio Quadrifoglio starts from around £70,000. Now, if you click on the pop-out banner in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you can go to carwow to see how much money you can save on one or any new car for that matter. Obviously, being more expensive, you get more kit, and there's plenty of styling upgrades on this Quadrifoglio version of the Stelvio. So you've got some bigger, more aggressive bumpers here at the front. You get bison and headlamps as standard. There's vents in the bonnet, and they kind of look like gills on a shark. It's really, really aggressive looking, this car, especially from the front. Now down the sides, you've got some 20-inch alloy wheels and big sports brakes. They're 6-piston calipers on this thing for plenty of stopping power. There is the 4-leaf clover badge there. Quadrifoglio stands for 4-leaf clover. It's got lowered suspension for a more sporty stance, and you've got a wider track front and back for improved grip and handling. Now at the rear, you have some larger and deeper bumpers, and there's a rear diffuser as well. Plus, being the performance version, you get quad tailpipes. Now, if you'd like to see some pictures of this car, head over to Instagram and check us out at carwow cars. Don't do that just now though. Stay with the video, right?
Good, you're still here. So let's carry on with the interior upgrades the Quadrifoglio has over the normal Stelvio.
So as standard, you get some sports seats, and they're part leather, part Alcantara, and they're really, really comfy. These big side bolsters help keep your phone in place when you're cornering as well. That's great. Though you can upgrade them to some sportier bucket seats if you want to. As standard, all models get aluminium pedals. You get a sporty steering wheel. This one is the upgraded one. So for an extra £425, you get Alcantara on it and carbon fibre. And it's probably worth paying extra cash because it's really nice. I love the paddles for the gear shifter. I mean, look at this. Solid aluminium, nice and big, easy to hit when you're driving around corners. You also get leather on the dash, that's a nice touch, and you can upgrade it to have red stitching throughout the car. It doesn't cost much extra to have that, and it does help brighten things up. But the thing that really brightens the cabin up over the normal Stelvio is this, the carbon fibre inlays. It's lovely, it makes the car feel more special. You know you're in the performance version. However, this Quadrifoglio does still have the same problems as the normal Stelvio, so the quality is a little questionable in places. And that infotainment system, let's just say it's not really the best, not even close. I can't complain about the kit list though. I mean, it's so long and there's so much safety kit as standard. I've had to write it down because I can't remember it. So you get blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, forward collision warning with autonomous emergency braking, rear cross park detection and hill descent control. Adaptive cruise control is optional though. That's a shame.
Still, this Alfa isn't about cruising, it's about performance. And here are 5 core things designed to make the car an absolute blast to drive.
The Stelvio Quadrifoglio has a 2.9 litre twin-turbo V6. It was co-developed with Ferrari, and it puts out 510 horsepower and 600 newton meters. Yet when you're cruising, it can shut down half of its cylinders to help save fuel. In fact, this thing is supposed to be able to do 31 miles per gallon. Torque vectoring across the rear axle can distribute the power to which wheel has the most grip. Most of this car's suspension and its body panels are made from lightweight aluminium. Now, they can feel a little bit flexible in places, but it's not a problem. It's strong enough, and it helps keep the weight down to 1,800 kilos, which is pretty light for an SUV. You get adjustable suspension as standard on this car, whereas on many German rivals, you have to pay extra for that. Under normal driving conditions, 100% of the engine's power is sent to the back wheels, so it feels like a sports car to drive. However, when you need it, 50% of the power can go to the front wheels for added grip.
However, it's not all good. Here's 5 annoying things about the Stelvio Quadrifoglio.
This pearlescent red paint is a £2,000 option, yet the colour is a little bit different depending on whether it's on a plastic bit of trim or a metal one. The big sport seats eat into rear leg room, and then it's just not quite as good as in other SUVs. And if you have the hardback bucket seats, yeah, it's even worse, which means you can't really stretch out. Now, I love these alloy wheels, but if you want something a little bit different, there is just one other choice, whereas on other SUVs, yeah, there's a lot more options. If you would like electric operation of your front seats, then that'll be £1,000 extra. Yeah, no thank you, Alfa. I think I'll just move the seats manually. You get a sports exhaust as standard, and in normal modes, it sounds like this. It's pretty good, but if you want it to sound as loud as it can, you have to put the car into race mode, and then it's like this. Problem is that in race mode, your stability control is off. So if you want the loud exhaust, you have to risk your life. Thanks for that, Alfa.
And that brings us on to just how fast the Stelvio Quadrifoglio is.
Alfa says this car has a top speed of 176 miles an hour, and it can get from 0 to 60 in just 3.8 seconds. So how does that feel in an SUV? Oh, I'm just going to launch it and find out. Oh, this is mad! Oh, I'm going to have to brake, otherwise I'm going to go through the barriers. Thank God the brakes are as awesome as the engine. They've got some strong stopping power. This engine is insane. And it's insane to have it in a car such as this. It's so ferocious. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'll tell you what else is awesome. This 8-speed automatic gearbox. So you can swipe through gears as fast as you can swipe through people you don't like on Tinder. I mean, it's incredible. It's like, no too fat, no too thin, no too tall, no too short. Ah, actually, I like this one. I've gone on a date with this one. Now it's handy that when you're in race mode, you have some change-up lights on the central display because the engine just rips through its gears. Now, race mode itself, it adds some weight to the steering, makes the throttle response sharper. Also, it turns the stability control off in this car. You can get it moving around, it's a bit nuts. The steering really helps. It's light, it's precise, and it's super fast. I've not felt steering like this in an SUV, and it all just adds to the fun. This is a car you could hoon around. Whoa! It's an absolute nut job. I've never been in an SUV that is as playful as this. Need to stop laughing and assess this car objectively. Okay, right. You have 3 different settings for the adaptive dampers. When you're in race, you can either have it in very firm, and it is quite firm, or in medium. What you can't do though is put it in comfort mode. You actually have to take the car out of race mode and put it into dynamic, and then you can have the softest setting. It's just so bureaucratic, so very Italian. It's like, you want to do race? You can't have the comfort. It's not possible. Well, it is possible, Alfa. You make the rules. Other car manufacturers let you have an individual mode where you can mix and match all the settings. Why can't we do that here? Ah! So annoying! So annoying! Now, when you do have the suspension in its comfiest setting, the ride is actually quite good. It's not too sharp over bumps. I mean, it's still slightly firmer than your normal car, but it's okay. It doesn't roll too much in the corners and lean about all over the place in this comfort. So on the road, you can just drive it like this and be more than happy. You know, one of the problems with the normal Stelvio is that it's a little bit too firm for an SUV. You know, you want an SUV to be soft and floaty. It doesn't matter with this because you accept that this is not really an SUV. It is a sports car on stilts. Not only can you run rings around people in this car, you can actually look down on them as you're doing it, which just adds to the pleasure. Now, there's some other modes you can investigate on this car should you want to. So there's normal mode, and then there's all weather if you want to go onto a slippery surface or off-road. This is a bit like off-roading in a Ferrari, because after all, Ferrari did help develop this car. Seems a bit wrong though. It will do it because I've got a jacked up ride height and 4-wheel drive, but I don't want to scratch my £2,000 paint job on the prickly bushes. It's a bit like going hiking in some Valentino trainers. Yeah, not a good idea. You're going to ruin the look. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Now, while you're probably never going to go off-road in this car, you will actually spend quite a lot of time with it on the motorway, and this highlights my one key problem with it. At speed, you do get quite a lot of noise from those large tyres. I can forgive that. What I can't forgive is the amount of wind noise you get from around this area here. It's just constant. It's like someone's going in your ear hole. That will get on my nerves after a while. But you know what? Other than that, I absolutely love this car. I'd put up with that wind noise, to tell you the truth, because it's such a fantastic machine. Oh. So then, what's my overall verdict on the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio? Well, you've probably guessed already that, yeah, I rather like it. In fact, no, I'll go further than that. I love it. I think it's a brilliant driver's car that also just so happens to be an SUV.
If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment on it and share it. Also click on our logo to subscribe to this channel. And if you click on the bottom right hand corner, you can actually watch more of our content. Meanwhile, click over to the right to go to our deals page to see how much money you can save on a new car at CarWow.